Here comes Brasher, gets rid of the ball. It's picked off by Buckley. He may go. Buckley to the 40. Buckley to the 30. Buckley to the 20. Cuts it to the inside. Buckley hurdling. He waits for the blockers in the middle to the 5. Buckley, touchdown, Florida State.
The Bobby Bowden Show is brought to you.
Rock'em Sock'em football game in a wet capital city on Saturday night, but Florida State prevails 39-28. Hello once again. Welcome to our show, and Coach, congratulations. What a ball game that was.
Don't congratulate me. I didn't do anything. I just stood there and watched. But I tell you what, our kids came back and won a great win the other night because Virginia Tech had us down, 21-3 in the second quarter. I thought they were going to kill us. But our kids got an opportunity to do something that a lot of teams get an opportunity to do they can't fulfill. They came back from the dead and won, and I don't know what that means, but it ain't bad.
Florida State, with a win over Virginia Tech, now improves its record to 4-0. If you're looking for football highlights, we've got plenty in store, plus a great moment in Florida State. See the game despite the weather, and what a game they saw.
Yeah, but Burt Reynolds was missing. I thought he might make it to the ball game, but he was unable to make it. And but we did have for a rainy day, it would have been a sellout, I believe, other than that. Richie Andrews from Fort Lauderdale continues to kick off well. Kicks that ball deep in the end zone. And, boy, that was a nice hit by big Leon Fowler, number 3 in Fort Myers, Florida. We started off pretty good, stopping them. And, boy, that's number 55. There's Marvin Jones, a freshman. I think he had 20 tackles.
You're going to see him all through these highlights.
All over there. Terrell Buckley back, and they kick the ball away from him. They kick it out of bounds. We take the football. We run a reverse right off the bat. Right off Shannon Baker from Lakeland, Florida, runs a reverse, picks up about 20, I think, or 18 or 20. Shannon Baker had his best game. He made some excellent catches. He was 1-for-1 throwing the football, and he ran a beautiful reverse. Here he is right here on reverse. Brad Johnson from Black Mountain, North Carolina, hands off to Shannon Baker. I know his mother down in Lakeland, Florida, is mighty proud of her son. And now we take the ball and go right down and put three on the board. A great catch by Lawrence Dawsey from Dothan, Alabama. And
that was a third down conversion, I believe.
Yeah,
that was a big catch by
I know his Coach Parrish from his high school up in Dothan, Alabama, was here for the game. But Brad Johnson throws the ball. Look, he launched it. I don't call that a pass, a launch. But when you're throwing to somebody like Dawsey, Dawsey will get his share of them. I got him covered beautifully. Yeah, but look at Dawsey. Yeah. Boy, and he's got this great desire to catch that football anybody else seen. Now, here comes Brad, hits Dawsey again. There's Mike Morris, number 60 from Miami, leading the way. I don't know how we got beat up in this ball game. Mike Morris got hurt some. Hayward Haynes, both starting guards, went out of the ball. Mancini, starting tackle, went out of the game. Terrell Buckley. And anyway, there's old Richie Andrews kicking 5 for 5 on field goals. Now, we missed one later on, but it was mighty close.
43 yards.
And it's plenty far. But he's done a real good job. Gene Houtt from North Carolina. Snapping there. There's old Corian Freeman from Jacksonville, Florida. Here's Corian, number 10, pursuing. And, boy, look at John Nance from Bartow. Made one of those Odell Higgins type of hits. And, of course, Kirk Carruthers always around the ball. Tony Moss, number 99. Kirk Carruthers there. And they make a catch. This quarterback, Will Ferrell, he really impressed me. They had a running pass here. Golly, great pressure by somebody. And a real fine tackle. Leon Fowler, again, must have made a lot of tackles. But look at that guy push. Now, that guy pushed him off. That should have been called.
He's a basketball player.
Yeah,
they get away with that.
That's what they're supposed to, aren't they?
But that gives Virginia Tech the lead.
Yeah, sure. And our corner covered that thing pretty well. But the guy just pushed him off, and those things ought to be called. But anyway, here they come now. We got our 3 points, man. They ripped the spread. There's, again, Marvin Jones. He's a true freshman. He played linebacker. He started linebacker. And, boy, nice run in there. Number 15, Bill Reagan's had a good game. And watch the guy push off there.
There he is again.
Yeah, that's a little pushing off. But anyway, I'll give him, I ought to be happy we won the ball game. Quit complaining.
Now, all of a sudden, Coach, the crowd is taken out of the ball game almost completely, 14-3.
Yeah, I mean, we took it right back down. We took it down there and just missed a touchdown ourselves. Now, Casey Weldon comes in. We give him a series, the second session. And there's a handoff to Ampley from Chipley, Florida, who ran the ball real well. We didn't do anything. John Wembley kicks here. We get it blocked. I don't think we even touched anybody. Oh. I don't think it was his slowness that got it blocked. Now here they come back again. Yeah, here they go. One play. We missed a tackle back there. And there's some good hustling by Johnny White. Thank goodness for Johnny White. They fumbled the football, but the official already awarded him a touchdown, but they ended up recovering it anyway. So Anyway, now they got a 21-3 lead, and I don't know if we're going to pull out of it. But now this is where I really have to hand it to our players. I really felt like I was helpless. I really felt like I did not do a good job on the sideline. But dadgum, our assistant coaches did. Our defense did a good job, and our kids did a good job. Great catch. Dawsey made that play right there. Probably got us some momentum going. You know what? That was a momentum play. Lawrence Dawsey. There's not anybody that can do it any better than he can for us. Lawrence Dawsey.
One of the few seniors on your team, and he is fired up and given some inspiration.
Oh yeah, no kid. See, and our protection is good. Look at Mancini block. I tell you, Edgar Bennett, I thought blocked his best game. Edgar Bennett. People, as Brad running for a first down after he got trapped. He ran for a first down. It was a big play. Edgar Bennett did not have a lot of stats the other night, but he blocked. That's the best I've seen him block. Reggie Johnson from Pensacola, Escambia High School, makes a play there. Now we come back and hit Dawsey again across the middle. Dawson from Dothan, Alabama. Fifth year senior. There's Robbie Baker, number 51 from Fort Myers, Florida. And nice catch there by Dawsey.
He had 6 catches for 120 yards in the first half, Coach.
In the first half. Well, he just did well. I'm mighty proud of him. Reggie Dixon there from Jacksonville, Florida, blocking the tackle. Here's a pass, an excellent play, Shannon Baker. Shannon Baker had his best ball game. Matt Fryer from Live Oak played real well. Dave Roberts played well at tight end.
Here comes Ampley.
And there's Ampley from Chipley running in there for a touchdown. I'm mighty proud of him. Rob Stevenson was playing a lot in there from Pensacola, Florida. He was playing a lot. And, of course, there's Edgar Bennett, number 22. Paul Moore played at fullback. I don't think we got Sean Johnson in the ball game or Chris Parker in the ball game, but we won it. And here's a nice play to Dave. Was that Dave Roberts?
Yep.
Dave was on the front of our brochure. The program is
graduate student, teaches classes, and goes out and comes up with 2 big catches on the scoring drive.
Exactly. And there was another good play by Shannon Baker. Brad Johnson's throwing the ball well. Johnson, boy, watch this run by Ampley. Look at this run. Look at this. Can he make people miss? Can he make people miss? He is unbelievable. Gee,
about 12 yards on his own.
Yeah, and here's, boy, Dave Robertson, some masterful work there. Great job. Very pleasing. Here's a great catch by Shannon Baker. You watch Shannon.
Watch this.
I tell you, Shannon might have arrived. He might be arrived. You know what? I mean, he's beginning to do some things that big league receivers, well, they play this thing. Watch Brad Johnson. He goes airborne too. He 747s in there too, doesn't he? I mean, he went right over the top, that big 6'6" frame of his, and when he stretches out now, you got 6. You know, you got 6.
That 2-point conversion makes it a 3-point deficit at halftime. A lot more action coming up in the second half. In between now and then, a great moment with Burt Reynolds. Stay with us.
He's a great athlete. Jingle Joints Ron Sellers. What a great athlete. Unbelievable. You know, I played like his 3rd tennis game with him. I was going with Dinah Shore at the time, and she said, let's see if this guy can play tennis, and he just killed both of us.
You know, it's amazing because he just took up golf just recently.
I know, he's a scratch golfer, right?
He is that, but you know, you go back and you think about your receivers, and through the years, everybody knows, of course, he was a consensus All-American, 2 years in a row, and just a great athlete, but his stats,
they're frightening. They're absolutely frightening.
Here's a guy that had 16 catches in 1 game against South Carolina in 1968.
Well, that game, South Carolina, was Wake Forest, wasn't it?
No, South Carolina.
Well, the Wake Forest game is the ones that the Wake Forest people are still having nightmares over.
Wouldn't you? My goodness, he comes out there, and by himself, he has 260 yards receiving.
Yeah.
And not only that, he has 5 touchdowns. For most
touchdowns.
receivers, that is a whole career.
I know. 5 games over 200 yards, Vic. 18 games over 100 yards.
True, that is something. And stop and think about this for consistency. He averaged 119 yards per game receiving during his 3-year career.
No, it's absolutely scary. I mean, he was unbelievable. And he actually played with a guy named Fred Biletnikoff, which wasn't bad either.
No, that wasn't bad at all. And, of course, he had some great quarterbacks to him. You know, Kappelman and Gary Huff were throwing the ball from that time. And that's why now, when people stop and they ask, who was the greatest receiver? Biletnikoff? Was it Sellers? Well, Ron Sellers, we're so very proud of you because you were just inducted in 1988 in the Collegiate Football Hall of Fame, Florida State's first.
He is a great athlete, and I think you've got the debate about the Blitnikoff. You can talk about the fact that Blitnikoff played defense and offense, and you can argue all day as to who's the better, and I don't think either one of you would win. The point is that he was the first in the Hall of Fame, and also that he's a terrific guy, and we're very, very proud of Ron Sellers.
Campbell Stadium Saturday night. At halftime, the Seminoles have their work cut out for them, Coach. You're down by 3, 21-18.
Well, you find out what your team is made out of when you're behind. If you're never behind, you really don't know. And here's Eric. No, is that Eric Terrell? Eric Terrell from Tallahassee, Florida. He got in as return man, number 7, and he's a sophomore this year. And Ransom had some nice return. Okay, Brad, and we're behind. He hits Edgar Bennett across the middle, and Edgar picks up about 7 yards, picks up a block over by Ampli. Then he comes, well, here's hitting Edgar again. Yeah, there's Edgar from Jacksonville, Florida. And had enough. He's the one I was talking about a while ago. Had such a good game blocking.
It's sort of taken him out of the game, haven't you?
Well, yeah. Well, he's been so hot lately. They were determined there. But Shannon Baker, see, our wideouts caught more passes. They were more dangerous. Matt Fryer, Shannon Baker. Here's a good. Now here's a fullback. There's Edgar. Boy, did some good things there. He's trying to pick up a block down there by Reggie Johnson, who did not want to clip. Thank goodness he didn't. But Edgar had a nice catch. Edgar's catching the ball well and running with it once he gets it. Now here's Brad with a nice Matt Fryer from Live Oak. I know the people in Live Oak are proud of old Matt.
His first touchdown catch, Coach.
Yeah, he is, and he's enthusiastic. He's one of the most enthusiastic football players we've got. He's going to be a great leader as he matures. He just needs some success, and we're getting some. We got a football team that's the biggest thing scares me about Miami. They're going to have veterans. You know, their receivers are all veterans, and they got great athletes. We got great athletes too, but gosh, they got playing a lot of pressure.
What's it feel like to have the lead, Coach? It's been a long time. It's 25-21 now.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, watch this number 55 make a low tackle down here on this go. No, not here. Not here. But great, a good interception by McCorvey. McCorvey, gee, I was mighty pleased with him from Pensacola, Florida. There's Abbott, Bryce Abbott from Tifton.
You dodged one bullet.
Oh, boy, that was a shame. We dodged a bullet, and I tell you, that was my fault there. That's just my fault again. That's 2 times in a row.
You're going to see a big goal line stand here, Coach. It takes 4 downs to get it in from 3 yards away.
Watch this tackle here by, look at that tackle by number 55, a true freshman from Miami, Florida, along with Kurt Carruthers, and they run out a little pass out there. We just couldn't corral these guys. And you have to hand it to them. I mean, they came out there and worked and got it. Was that Ross, one of our walk-on players in there in the ball game? Here's Ampli on a real nice run here. Dawsey blocking. Boy, that's some fine running in.
You're down, Coach, and we're getting close to the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I know it. And here we come back, and do we score here and get ahead of them? Or do we throw an interception?
Back up the
No,
field
we
and pick it off.
No, our defense has to do it, remember?
Yeah,
Well, we were behind. We had to come back, but watch our defense here. Watch this great play by Terrell Buckley. This is why I think Buckley is probably one of the best corners in the country. Now, he's only a sophomore. Man, I tell you, he is playing. It's hard for somebody to show me a corner playing better than him. Well, look at that blocking down there by, who was that leading that interference?
That's John Weiss there with
John Weiss with a real key block. Somebody else. I think that was a Dinkins. What's Dinkins leading well there?
Leading the way.
Oh, no, it's 56. Who was 56?
Sterling Palmer. 56.
Sterling Palmer, yeah. Sterling played a big role the other night. I was so pleased with the way he played from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and boy, old Johnny White from Thomasville puts the clincher on there, and Rich Andrews kicks another extra point, and now we go ahead 32-28. Now it's all our defense now.
Seesaw.
It is all there's Osceola, Chief Osceola. He did a great job. They did a great job there. The band, the Seminole band, always does a great. Look at that. Look at that tackle. Who is that guy? Look at it. And they fumbled the football, and McCorvey picks it up and runs for a touchdown. And that's the first time I thought, well, we might win the game. And you know what? They took the ball and came right back down to our 5. But look at that number.
Marvin Jones
and Kurt Carruthers. Jones makes the tackle. Carruthers knocks the ball out. And McCorvey picks it back. Now, you think it don't take team effort to win football games, but that was team effort. Boy, that was a great play.
And the new rule change says if a ball is fumbled across the line of scrimmage, it can be returned, and the Seminoles take advantage of that new rule. McCorvey with a 78-yard touchdown run. The Seminoles dodge a bullet.
Yeah, I don't like looking at that film.